Cassandra Cain, the most recent Batgirl, first appeared in the No Man's Land arc in 1999. She is one of Oracle's agents in Gotham, who is given a Batgirl costume by Batman after saving Commissioner Gordon's life. Barbara becomes her mentor. Cassandra Cain can't speak and only communicates by gestures and drawing since she was only taught to fight by her father, David Cain, and in turn she was not taught to speak. He did this in an attempt to create a perfect bodyguard for Ra's al Ghul. Her mother became Lady Shiva. A telepath rewired her brain so she could read and write, albeit still not so well, but in doing so, she lost the ability to read people's moves. Batman then decided to help train her to fight defensively. Cassandra Cain Batgirl found out that Lady Shiva could read moves like she once was able to, so she decided to ask Shiva to teach her again. In a battle, Cassandra Batgirl lost at first, but beat her the next time. Connor Kent, Superboy, is the first boy Cassandra kissed on a cruise ship, and she even went to Smallville to visit him, but nothing serious developed. After Spoiler, whom Cassandra befriended, apparently died, she moves to Bloodhaven with Tim Drake. Later, Cassandra gathers evidence that her mother may be Lady Shiva, and she goes to ask Shiva. Shiva at the time was a sensei to the League of Assassins, and Nisa Al Ghul, Talia Al Ghul's stepsister and Ra's al Ghul's daughter, says that Batgirl was the one who is all, and half of the League follows Cassandra while the other half remains loyal to Shiva. Mad Dog, another product of David Cain's attempt at making a perfect bodyguard for Ra's al Ghul, who is part of the League, goes on a killing spree and kills Cassandra, but Shiva uses a Lazarus pit to bring her back to life. Shiva then explains that she is in fact her mother. Later, Batgirl is drugged and used by Deathstroke, or Slade as he is more commonly referred to in the Teen Titans cartoon, which makes her a villain and kills Nisa Al Ghul. Cassandra Batgirl tries to have Tim join her, but he refuses. Tim Drake Robin, while with the Teen Titans, fights Deathstroke's team, which includes Cassandra Batgirl, and Tim uses a counter serum to release Cassandra Batgirl from Deathstroke's control. After Batgirl defeats her father and stops him from killing Barbara Gordon Oracle, her father, David Cain, falls over the roof and hangs onto the ledge. Cassandra Batgirl tries to save him, but David Cain falls to a smaller ledge and escapes. After Batman sees her try to save her father, Batman decides to adopt her and make Cassandra his daughter legally. Cassandra Cain is another important character in the Batfamily, as she is Bruce Wayne's first adoptive daughter, and at the same time is tied to the League of Assassins, which is run by Batman's enemy, Ra's al Ghul. She's a very skilled fighter, and is even a better fighter than Batman himself. She is the younger daughter in the family, and is the only person in the Batfamily who one day wants to be Batman. The other family members are reluctant heirs to the legacy, while she is a willing heir. As you can see, every character here is important to Batman and makes Batman who he is. Batman is a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Each member of the family exceeds at one of Batman's skills. Dick Grayson is a better acrobat. Alfred is the better medical expert. Barbara Gordon is a better technologically based genius. Jason Todd crosses the line and kills those he sees deserves to die. Tim Drake is the better detective, and Cassandra Cain is the better fighter. Together, they make a better Batman than Batman himself, but apart, they aren't as good. Their characters each also contribute something personal to Batman that he wouldn't have had without them. Dick Grayson is a son that keeps Batman from going over the edge by being his sounding board. Alfred is a surrogate father figure and provides emotional support. Barbara Gordon tries to lighten the mood and keeps Batman from being consumed by the darkness. Jason Todd is the son that died and rebelled because Batman couldn't help him. The reminder to Bruce that any of his sons or his daughter can end up like Jason if he isn't there for them. Tim Drake is the son that he knows one day will be better than him and is also his sounding board. Cassandra Cain is the daughter who wants to become like him and gives Batman the knowledge that if he fails, his daughter will try to succeed. Bruce Wayne may not have built his family willingly at first, since they all got sucked into his world as Batman, as opposed to Bruce bringing them into his world. But his family is what makes him sane, or at least is what he thinks can keep him sane. His Bat family is a surrogate family, and since Bruce Wayne will always think of himself as Batman, while his mask is Bruce Wayne, then his Bat family is his real family, while his adoptions are the mask. Batman is not a lone vigilante. He is the father of a family of vigilantes or soldiers, and that will always be true. Batman is a family man. I hope that this was informative and taught you that the camp did not come from any of the Bat family. Batman can be just as serious with his family as without, but his family is diverse and each one brings something to the table. Batman is allowed to joke with Barbara while still being strict and serious. Batman is allowed to feel upset and lost when it comes to Jason's rebellion and still be level-headed on the field. Batman is allowed to teach his daughter how to read and still be that tough-as-nails soldier on the gritty streets. Batman is allowed to worry about his sons while still being a feared creature of the night. Batman would not be much without his family, or Commissioner Gordon for that matter. So please respect his family, and not just Batman. You disrespect his family, then you disrespect him. Should his family be introduced on the big screen? Of course, as long as they don't camp it up because they think his family brings the camp. Because as you learned here, they didn't. The movie Batman and Robin left a bad taste in the mouths of Bat fans. But remember that it was not Robin's fault. It was the writer, the director, and everything else, but not the idea of Robin. And Robin is not still in diapers at this point, as Christopher Nolan said, because as I clearly explained, he was introduced before Alfred, Joker, Catwoman, and Gotham itself. Robin was only introduced a year after Batman, and Robin increased Batman's ratings tremendously. And if Christian Bale says he won't be Batman anymore if they introduce Robin, then he obviously knows nothing about Batman. He even said Batman: Dark Victory was one of his favorite graphic novels. Want to know who's introduced in that graphic novel? Yep, Dick Grayson himself as Robin. If Nolan's problem is believability, then look at it this way. Reality sometimes is stranger than fiction. There are militant groups that teach kids to fight wars in their teens and sometimes younger. Spartan children were taken from their parents at age 6 to become warriors. Also, Batman doesn't make Dick Grayson join his war and crime, but instead, Dick Grayson chooses to be a soldier in the war. If Batman didn't help him, Dick would have tried to be a vigilante on his own, and without the equipment and skills he would have been killed. Is it more realistic to have Batman refuse to help Dick Grayson, who is almost a mirror image of him as a boy, and let Dick Grayson get killed trying things on his own? I don't think so. And remember also that the Bat family is not only a family, but they are soldiers as well. The Bat family should be in all forms of media. Batman is a legacy, and his family are his heirs. Without his family, he'd already be in Arkham for going over that thin line between hero and villain.